Yeah. I was chatting with your dad who's gonna retire in September. I told him that I was working for a junior high school. He says, "Well, man, you must be crazy because private high schools are very demanding." Yes, they are.
Yeah.
But I
Uh,
finally quit. So we've finished the contract. We changed this Friday, this coming Friday.
well, those things happen.
Yeah, the thing is that I have plenty of things to do, Mickey, and so I cannot be distracted with minor things. I need to focus my attention to the most important things, which is now the my degree in the university and my private classes, of course. But
Yeah.
I was telling you, Dan, that we were so far behind with some classes that if it was okay to get the assistance for some classes with the teacher Philip, and he agreed in principle, but he asked me to give him a schedule. So if it's okay with you, I think you and Mitch met teacher Philip, who I think we're like 8 classes behind. So um, he can recover some of those classes maybe next week, which I'm gonna go to Calgary to see my brother in Canada.
That's great,
So
teacher.
maybe, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go see him. And so maybe during those days, this guy, Philip, can cover some of the pending classes, maybe five or 4 or 5 of the classes. What do you think, Mickey?
Yes,
Is that
teacher,
okay
it's
with you guys?
perfect. Yeah, don't
All
worry.
right.
Mhm.
And then when I come back, I cover the rest. We recover the rest.
Perfect, teacher. Uh, how expensive was the ticket plane from to Calgary?
Was not very cheap because I had to pay extra cost for the ticket back for the way back. It cost me like $700
Oh my
round
god.
trip.
Okay.
Normally you can find them cheaper, but because of I was not sure that I was gonna go. Yesterday I had to be in Mexico City renewing my passport
Mm,
because it was already void. Not void, it had expired.
mm,
So I had to renew it in. But if you ever need a passport fast, you need to go to Naucalpan in the state of Mexico,
mm.
and they give it to you the same day. They issue the passport the same day.
Oh really?
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's faster.
Yeah, some other places when you go, they tell you, okay, it's gonna be in 3 to 5 working days, and they're the same day, which was yesterday. So I'm very happy and pleased with the service, Mickey.
And what requirements you need to travel to Canada?
Nothing, just your passport. And if you arrive by flight, you just need to pay a permit for $7 just for arriving by plane. That's all.
Oh really? There's not like a kind of visa or something like that? No,
Nothing.
only with your passport.
Just with the passport. And if you arrive by plane,
Mm-hmm.
you need to get a permit like for $7, which is open to anyone.
And where do you buy this permit?
You buy it. I haven't bought it yet, actually. But my brother who travels to Toronto quite usually says to me that it's called ETA Canada, and you buy it anywhere, fully online Canada. Canada visa application is ETA Access. It's actually this one. Let me send it
Mm,
to you. I'll send it to you now. Here is here. Is this one here? And there is a link for that, which I think is. Let me see. Oh, this one here. Yes. Electronic Travel Authorization is the name. Electronic Travel Authorization is this. This is it.
oh, okay, okay. I received it. Thank you.
And I believe it just costs you like $7 or $9. I'm just looking at it now, and I believe it's like $7 or $9. I need to buy it, but it takes. I'm gonna buy it tonight actually,
Mhm.
so that
It
I have.
is. it is quick to do it.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's immediate. So that's the plan, Mickey.
That's great, teacher. Yeah. Actually, one friend that I have, I bought the ticket plane to Canada, but I think that he arrives in Toronto. I think so. But yeah, I bought his tickets.
You bought it for him? You bought the
Yeah,
tickets in
he
Expedia or
gave.
where? Where did you buy them?
Oh, he gave me the money, and then I pay it, and I just uh, get a commission from that, just to
That's
buy
very
the tickets. Yeah, and I was wondering because the price that he got was around. I think that the total was 11,000, but both flies.
return ticket.
Return ticket.
Return ticket. So forth and back. Yes, that's a little bit cheaper than me. Where was he going?
Uh, he goes from Puerto Vallarta to Toronto, I think so.
Toronto. Yeah. Let me see
Yeah.
a map of Canada. I believe Toronto is. I don't know if it is closer or not. Canada map. Let me show the map.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was curious. Probably, I don't know if this year or the beginning of the next year, I would like to visit Canada because I think that it's much easier than visit United States, and there are a lot of things to do there.
yeah, it is much easier. The people apparently are more. How do you say this?
Kind.
I don't want to say more understanding, but they are clearly more polite in general. In general, they
Mm.
are more polite than people in the US. They discriminate less. They are just as educated and good people. Yeah, they're just as. I don't know. This is another one. This is Cañada Bustos. I'm sorry. I did something wrong. Canada. No, Cañada. It's because it put Cañada, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah. Maps. Oh, it's again the same.
Hmm.
Canada.
You can search it
I
there.
want to
Yeah,
put
there. Yeah.
Calgary. Yes, it's going to be something different. Yeah, exactly. Well, here's Calgary, and I believe, let me see, there's Calgary and Toronto. Toronto is more to the right, I believe. Oh, it's big. I think it's big. Calgary in Toronto. It's on the right, I believe. Yes, on the other side. Yeah, here is
Mm.
Toronto. You see Toronto? Oh, no, I went too far. No, here it is. You see Calgary here up top on the left, and on the other side
Yeah.
to the right is Toronto. And wow, on the way back, I fly to Toronto, which is crazy
And
because
it is
on the
a
way,
direct fly, right?
excuse me,
It is a direct fly. So from Mexico
no,
to Canada.
no, we have to make a stop. Actually, the trip is more or less crazy. Let me see if I can get a line from here. I think I could. There was a way to make a line, right? Timeline. Let me see. There was a way to do it. No, no. Okay. I don't remember how to do this. But it's first we go from Guadalajara to Mexico City, from Mexico City to Vancouver, and then from Vancouver we go to Calgary.
Wow.
Jeez,
It's weird.
it's a long trip. Yeah, it's a long trip.
How
So
many
it's like
hours?
this. Plenty, plenty is like because there's a layover. Then you have to be in. I don't see Canada. I don't see Calgary. Oh yeah, there it is. Vancouver, Calgary. Actually, it's
Calgary.
not so crazy. Yeah, it's like this. So let me put lines here. Yeah, now I got it. Let me put this here in the print print file here. It's here. So the first thing you do is go from Guadalajara to Mexico City.
Hmm.
Then from Mexico City, you go direct to Vancouver because my girlfriend doesn't have a passport, doesn't have a visa.
Okay.
Oops, now I deleted Calgary here. So we need to go from Guadalajara to Mexico City, then from Mexico City, we need to go to Vancouver, and then from Vancouver, we go to Calgary, which is where my brother lives over
Hmm.
there. So, oops, I don't know. Guadalajara, Mexico City, Vancouver, direct. You cannot stop in the US because she doesn't have a visa. I do, but she doesn't.
Mm.
So this is the way forward. And the way back is crazy because it's Calgary, Toronto, which I think is where here, Toronto. Imagine
And then to Guadalajara or to Mexico City?
Toronto to Guadalajara. No, I'm sorry, to Mexico City. Then Mexico City to Guadalajara. It's crazy, right? Yeah, and I had to pay extra because there was not a way back from the same place, only through the United States. But that is impossible because she doesn't have a visa.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only one that I could do near the date because we're gonna celebrate my mom's 83rd birthday. She's
Oh,
gonna
that's
turn 83. So all the brothers are gonna gather in Calgary, where my brother lives, and we're gonna celebrate my
hmm.
mom's 83,
Right.
83rd birthday. Imagine.
Wow, fantastic!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know the meaning of parents
Yeah,
is
of course.
strong. Yeah.
And so, how many days you're gonna stay there?
It's slightly over a week. Slightly, we're gonna go there on the 25th, 26th actually, and we come back on the 3rd.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be yeah, like not like 10 days. We're gonna be 8 days there. We're gonna be from the 25th, 1 to 26. We get there the 26th, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we come back on the 3rd, on the 3rd of August. So maybe we can do Friday and Saturday and Saturday and Sunday, or some of the weekend days, maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Thursday. No, I don't think Thursday. Maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Some of the classes, and the next week we recover the next classes. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it looks amazing, teacher. That's great.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I have planned to visit my brother since a long time ago, but I had not been able to until now.
Hmm.
So
That's great, teacher.
yes, thank you, Mickey. Well, let's make it happen first, right?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see how it goes. Very nice, Mickey. Well, let's obviously, if you need anything from there that you are interested in, anything that is not possible to get from here, obviously count with me. Please let me know whatever you need.
Thank you, teacher. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, one of my students went to Colombia,
Hmm?
and I told her, look, get me as many bags of coffee as you can with this money. I gave her some money, and she says, yeah, of course. Let's see how many I can get you. I told her, but of course, buy your parents, your grandma, your grandpa first, and put me in the at the end of the line because I don't want your mom or your dad to get upset with me because they didn't bring anything to their grandparents because they brought it to the teacher. So no obligation, no pressure. And she says, no, no, no problem. So she got me a bag of coffee, and then she gave me the money back. I said, why is this? No, 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 this is just a present for my parents. No, but it's not necessary. I told you to give. And she didn't accept it. But well,
That's
that's
great,
how it
teacher.
was.
To
Let me
Colombia.
welcome Mitch. Mitch, yeah,
Yes, sir.
Colombia, good copy. Mitch, hello, how are you?
Hi, teacher. How's it going? I'm pretty good, thank you.
Fine, thanks. I'm chatting here with Mickey. I'm telling him that I'm gonna go to Canada next week.
Oh my god, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna see my brother who's in Calgary. He moved from Vancouver to Calgary like 15 years ago, and now he
Nice.
lives there, and they're very happy.
My dream is living in Canada.
Cool.
My dream is living in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's very awesome in some aspects.
I think it's a good choice. We have chatted among brothers, and the consensus is that the best place to live is Canada, then the US, and then Mexico. Even considering the weather and the food, even considering that, the consensus is that Canada is the best place to live.
Nice.
And what I was telling Nikki is that it's not only because people are very polite and very courteous, but there is a diversity of cultures. People are very permissive in terms of your own culture, your own beliefs, your own cuisine. You can speak any language in the street and nobody's going to tell you anything. So they are very open-minded people.
That's very nice.
Plus, they have, yeah. People are extremely courteous, respectful. You can be doing this and that, and they respect your beliefs, your actions. Obviously, there is respect to the society, to the street, to the rules, to the norms.
Hmm.
But besides that, people respect what you think, what you like, what you don't like. I mean, that's your personal life, and they don't interfere in your personal life as much as they do here in Mexico or even in the U.S., which are more a bit more restrictive than Mexico. So I think it's if one time you have the opportunity to visit, stay a season there, or move there, well, it's something to consider
Yeah, I
someday,
would like
Mitch or
it.
Mickey. Okay, well, I'd like to propose that we go to the next section, which is relative clauses, which is a section that we already did, but we want to see in more depth, more profoundly. So let's give it a look, please, and let's talk about the particles that we use to refer to the relative clauses. So if you wish, let's alternate, please. Mitch, I'm sorry. Before we continue, I was telling your dad and Mickey about the possibility of having, because we're very many classes behind, one way to recover it, particularly while I'm absent next week, is to have our teacher, Philip, which I think you met, cover for me during some 4 or 5 classes. And I think he was born in the US from Mexican parents. And I
Nice.
believe you already met him, I think.
I think
Uh,
where we went to the Christmas event, we see him that he
yes,
sang some particular songs.
exactly. That's him. Yes. He
Yeah.
sang. He tried to sing. He
Mm.
didn't sing as well as you did.
Hmm.
He made his effort. He tried. Seriously, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be able to cover for me for a few classes, and then when I come back, we recover the rest. Is that okay with you guys?
Sure.
Yes, teacher, don't worry. It's perfect.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So now let's then go to the next section, which is relative clauses. Mitch, if you wish to read the first line, please, or actually identify the definition, please, in the blue section, in the blue box.
Sure. Relative clauses.
Relative
Relative clauses
clauses.
give us extra information about something, someone, or identify which particular thing, person we are talking about. They are often introduced by the following words.
Okay. Let's see the first one. Mickey, please.
Use example which for things and animals. Did you see the film which was on TV last night?
Okay. The next one, Mitch, please.
Um, who, who, for people and animals, when we want to give them a personality. Uh, Tom Davis, who is appearing in concert is in reading this week, is with me in the studio.
Okay, very good. Mickey, please.
When for times. Do you remember the day when we met?
Mhm. Mitch, please.
Where for places? This is the place where they film Citizen Kane.
Mhm. Mickey,
Why for
please.
reasons. That's the reason why he's so popular.
Mitch, whom?
Whom for people as the object of the relative clause. Is that the man whom we saw at the cinema yesterday?
Very good. And the last one, Mickey, please.
Whose for position? My next guest on the TV show is John Travolta, whose career goes back to the early 70s.
Okay, very good. And notice something very important. We don't need the subject again once it is introduced in the first sentence. Like in this case, you notice that uh, we already have Jude Law, who always works hard on his films, is a person. So you don't need to say who he always, you don't need to say he again, right? Like in this case. So for example, if I say Mickey is the person who he has a business, is that correct or wrong?
Hmm,
This is right or wrong?
wrong,
This is wrong, yes. Why?
because you already mentioned
The
how to say it,
pronoun again, right?
the
This is not
pronoun. Yeah.
necessary. When I
Mhm.
say who, it's evident that I'm referring to Mickey, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So this is not right. I shouldn't repeat the pronoun again. This one I shouldn't.
Besides,
Sorry, but
looks weird.
it sounds weird. It looks weird. Yeah, that's exactly right. Very good. Note. I wonder if you want to read it, Mitch, please. Whom is quite formal.
Uh-huh. Whom is quite formal. It is a natural and in informal English to use who instead of whom, even when it is the object of the relative clause after a preposition. However, we always use whom informally. We usually put the preposition at the end of the clause and use who.
Okay, and then we have some examples here. Please.
Um, is that the man who we saw at the cinema yesterday? Charlie Chaplin was a comic genius to whom all comedians owe a great deal. Charlie Chaplin was a comic genius who all comedians owe a great deal to.
Yeah. Yeah. So this particle two was moved from one place to the end, which is common in English and it's also common in German. So actually, they took that grammar device from German to put this preposition at the end. So it can go before the whom or it can go at the end, right? Well, there are two more notes. Can you read the next one, Mickey, please? Here. Where?
Yes, sure. Where it can be replaced by a preposition, plus which, less formally, we can put the preposition at the end of the clause. The theater where, in which I first acted, is somewhere around here. The theater which first acted in is somewhere around here.
Exactly. Very good. So let me go below to see some more devices here. And we can have this one here. Mitch, please, the last one where it says we can do the same thing with when.
Oh,
So you can read for when, please, the last dot.
we can do the same thing with them with when. Do you know the year when in which the first Western was made? Do you know the year which the first Western was made in?
Yes. Which sounds more natural for you guys? The first example or the second example? This.
Mm,
The
The
one in red,
first,
the
the
first
first.
one?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a little bit more similar to the Spanish grammar, right?
Uh-huh.
see,
Maybe that's why.
yeah,
You agree, Mickey?
yes, sure.
Yes, right. However, it is more formal. The second manner in which they write it is more informal, but both of them are equally acceptable. So we shouldn't worry too much about that. The same language is going to be guiding us. And now something very important, which is non-defining relative clauses. That is something that can create confusion, but we're going to see it in depth. So who wants to read it, please? Non-defining relative clauses.
Me. Non-defining relative clauses. are separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. Mega Monsters, which was filmed in New York, is a very disappointing film.
Okay, and then there is a word which we cannot leave out. We must include it. Can you read in the second section, Mitch, please? We cannot, excuse me.
We cannot leave out the word which introduces the relative clause, and we cannot use the word that instead.
And let's read the examples, please. Mega Monsters.
Mega Monsters was filmed in New York is a very disappointing film. A Mega Monster that was filmed in New York is a very disappointing film.
Yes. So that is not correct. We have to say Mega Monsters, which was filmed in New York, right?
Yeah, sounds weird.
All right. So let's go to the last dot. Mickey, please, here.
Which can refer back to the whole of the sentence. We finally got tickets for the concert, which was very lucky. It doesn't mean the concert was lucky, it means getting tickets for the concert was lucky.
Right. And the same as in Spanish, we need to be very precise so not to create confusion. For example, let me give an example. Uh, my friend got rid of her scorpion, which was very nice. This creates confusion because it's not very clear what is nice, right? The fact that my friend got rid of her scorpion or the scorpion was nice. What do you understand from this, Mitch or Mickey?
My friend got rid of her what?
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Which was very nice.
What was nice? The fact that the friend got rid of the scorpion, my friend, no, because I say which. So it can only be the fact that she got rid of her scorpion or that the scorpion was nice.
Maybe they her is referring like maybe they were afraid of the scorpion, and now they are relieved that she rid of her scorpion.
She got rid of her scorpion, right? Exactly. Well, in this case, it's obvious that it's a good thing that she got rid of her scorpion, right? In some other cases, let's say that uh, Patty, no, yeah, no, in this case is not correct. Yeah, Patty got rid of her dog, which was very nice. In this case, it creates even more confusion because a dog is nice, so you don't know if it's a good thing that she doesn't have the dog anymore or that the dog is nice. What do you think from here, Mickey?
Mm, that she got rid uh, of her dog, and doesn't matter that the dog was very nice.
Yeah, it can create confusion, this sentence, because you can think that the dog was nice, or you can think that it was a good thing that Patty has not her dog anymore, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the context, in the previous case, which Mitch correctly pointed out that the scorpions are not nice, so it's a good thing that she doesn't have a scorpion. But in the case of a dog, which a dog is nice, actually the only difference is the dog and the scorpion, right? But she got rid of her dog. Dogs are normally nice, so it is not clear if it is a nice thing that she doesn't have a dog, or is the dog was really nice, right? So it's just a matter of being careful because same as in Spanish, we need to be clear when we talk.
Mhm.
All right. Only that. Well, let's go. Let's do some defining relative clauses, please. Who wants to read the blue box?
Me.
Okay.
Defining relative clauses. Defining relative clauses tell us which one of a real of things people we are talking about. The sentence doesn't usually make complete sense without the relative clause.
Okay, and then we have an example, please.
Use. To tell us which one of a group of things, people we are talking about. Example, the book which I read was the best of all. The one who is wearing a blue shirt is Justin Timberlake, isn't it?
Exactly, and that is very important because they cannot go by themselves if, for example, you do a sentence which is incomplete, but you just need to complete it, right? The the lady who makes awesome drawings. The what? The lady what? I have not finished, right? I cannot finish the sentence like this. I need to complete it. Right? The lady who makes us some drawings lives in Irapuato or loves dogs, cats, or uh, hates smoking. I don't know, whatever. You can say anything, but you need to say something. You cannot just leave it empty, right?
Yeah.
So this is what you need to use to complete the sentence. This makes no sense by itself, right? And
Mhm.
so that's it.
Uh,
Let's do some examples and some things that we have to be careful about.
go to the
Nikki, can
bathroom?
you, excuse me?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. No question about that. Nikki, can you do the reading of these ones, please? Watch out what we need to be careful about.
Mhm. Defining relative clauses are not separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. This is the DVD which I told you about the other day. We can also use that to introduce the relative clause. This is a DVD that I told you about the other day. We can often leave out the word which introduces a relative clause when it is the object of the clause. This is the DVD I told you about the other day. Notice that we don't need a preposition when we use where or when. The third where I first acted is somewhere around here.
Okay.
And the
Yes,
incorrect way
exactly.
is the third where I first acted in is somewhere around here.
Exactly. And the last one, do you know the year?
Do you know the year when the first Western was made? Do you know the year when the first Western was made in?
Yeah, but that's not correct. You don't need a preposition. So, for example, uh, if I talk about a person, um, for example, let's talk about my cousin for a moment. My cousin is okay. No, no. This is the person. This is the man who takes your socks if you get distracted. Okay. So how is it different from this? Well, I'm saying this is right. This is the DBB, which I told you about the other day. Or here, this is the man who something, whatever, right? Or you can use a sentence like this, Mickey, saying something about anyone. For example, what is the tell me about a good businessman, internationally speaking. For example,
Hmm,
Elon Musk or anyone else.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos is who is he?
Hmm,
The owner of Amazon?
The okay, let's say the person who to introduce the word who means is the same meaning as what you say, who
It
owns
owns
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon, right? It's the person who, right? Just to introduce the word who, the person who owns Amazon, right? Uh, Lupita is the girl who brings a yellow skirt every day? Who is Lupita? Well, the girl that brings a yellow skirt.
Mhm.
You can use who, you can use that also. Another example, Mitch or Mickey.
Um, Adidas is the
What did you say at the beginning, Mickey, please? I couldn't hear you very clearly.
Adidas.
Adidas is the brand.
Who owns Reebok?
Is that true?
Yeah,
Brand which owns
the which.
Reebok. Yes, very good. Of course, we not only have which, we have who, we have which, we have where, right? For example, what company would you like to work for, Mitch, someday?
What company? What?
Would you like to work for one day?
Uh,
Pixar or
Netflix.
Netflix is the company. Where, right?
Where?
Can I go
Where
to the
who?
bathroom, teacher?
Yes, absolutely, Mickey.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Where Mitch what?
Is working.
Work
Ah,
or is working, if you're working there now, or Mitch is working now.
and the
Because
other was would woodworking.
would like to work.
Would like to work. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so Netflix is a company where Mitch would like to work, right? You would like to work in Netflix, or
Mhm.
you would like to work for. Work for Netflix, the company where Mitch would like to work. Where Mitch would like to work is correct. Okay, there is one more which we already worked with this exercise one day, very not superficially, but now it's much more in profundity, more profound. Um, where let me guide myself a little bit. When, right? Okay. What happened in 2010? Do you remember, Mitch? Is the year when Mitch, when you did what? What did you do in 2010 or 2015?
Um, I don't remember too much of 2010. Maybe
2020.
15 could be 2015. No.
Well, let's go closer. Let's go closer. Let's go.
2015 is the year when Mitch finished her elementary school.
Finished
Elementary.
elementary school. Nice. 2015 is the year when, right? This is the key phrase when. So you have when, you have where, you have who, you have which. And if something is given to someone or an action is happening to someone, then you use whom, right? For example, who did you give your autograph? Let's suppose that you're a famous artist now. Let's say that a person, a fan, approached and you gave him an autograph. Who was that? What was his name?
Um,
Beto, Pablo, Beto. Oh,
Beto.
Beto is the
The
young guy
guy
to
to
whom
whom
Mitch
Mitch
gave
give him
an
uh, gave uh, An autograph.
Autograph. Right. It was given to someone, you use whom.
Yes.
Let's suppose that Mickey sold 1 million pairs to begin, Mickey. What company did you sell?
To uh,
Or which
to
company?
Nike.
Nike?
Yeah.
Nike is the company is whom whom which, yeah, in this case, because it's not a person, the company is to which Mickey sold 1 million pairs of tennis shoes. Now let's think of a person. You sell something big to one person or to a few people.
Carlos Slim.
Carlos Slim is the man or the businessman whom Mickey, what did you sell him?
Um, 1 million modem devices.
Modern devices. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thanks. Modern devices. So is the businessman to whom, right? It's a person that receives action. He's the person to whom I gave, to whom I said, to whom I told. Other actions that you can use with in combination with to whom, said, to whom I said, to whom I what? What else can you say? Besides to whom I sold, to whom I said, to whom I what? Gave, whom I what?
To whom I sent.
Sent. Very good. Whom I what? Told. Whom I, what else?
Supported.
To whom I supported. Yes, that's also to whom I helped out, to whom I helped, whom I helped or helped out. What else, Mitch? Can you do as a to whom I saw? Can you do that? To whom I saw.
Hmm. To whom I sell?
I
Sold?
sold. Yes. What else?
Um, to whom I
To whom I
play?
played. Paid.
Played.
Played.
Also paid, right?
Paid is clear, but I don't have paid so clear.
Mhm.
To whom I played. Well, to whom you played a joke, yes. I played a bad joke. I played a bad joke on my brother one day. He almost killed me. So you can play a joke to someone, right? But one thing is jugarle una mala broma, and another thing is to jugar con alguien. In that case, is with whom, right? With whom, with whom I played. Con quien jugué, right? And the other is a quien jugué, to whom I played a bad joke. Do you agree with the difference, Mitch?
With whom I play, to whom. Ah, to whom I played a bow joke. Yes?
Right? So it's a clear difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Okay, now let's continue with some exercises here. First, some particles, conjunctions. Well, this is very clear, really. Let's go directly to the exercises. So the first one, who wants to try the first, please?
Me.
Okay, please.
Circle the correct word. The minister who was appointed just last week made no comment on the situation.
Very good, thanks. And let's do the second one, please, Mickey.
Mhm. Isn't that the spot uh, where the accident happened last night?
Where the accident happened last night. You said where, right?
Hmm.
Perfect. Yes. Number three, Mitch, please.
The human brain, which,
I lost you. The what?
which,
Which
mhm,
weights?
which weighs about 1,400 grams, is 10 times the size of a baboon's. What means baboons?
Baboons. I don't know what baboons is. Let me look up really quick. Baboon.
Baboon.
Babuino. You know what babuino is? What is that
It's a
baboon?
monkey.
Ah, it's a monkey. Okay, nice. Okay, I
What
know
it
that. I know one
says?
more thing today.
The human grade, which weighs about that in 10 times outside of a baboon's.
It's the same of the size that a baboon has. All
Lol.
right. Well, let's do the next one. Mickey, please, number four.
Yes, sure. There are several reasons. Uh, why?
Why exactly?
I don't want to see Michael tonight.
Exactly. Perfect. Let's do number five, Mitch, please.
Eh, this is the office where I work.
Right, exactly. Thanks. Number six, Mickey.
The new girl in our class, uh, whose name is Alexandra, seems really
Seems
nice.
really nice. Yes. So, which is the right word? The first or the second?
The
Both sound
second?
the same. Which?
The second?
Yes, exactly. It's a possessive. Whose name? Perfect. Seven, Mitch, please.
Um, the Titanic, which no, that
That people said was unsinkable.
no. The
Which
Titanic,
people?
which people said
People. What do you
was
think?
unsinkable, sank como her maiden voyage.
What do you say, Mickey? Which or that?
Mm, which?
Which? And you staying with that, Mitch, or
No,
you
I said
change?
which.
Oh, you said which. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes.
All right. No, both of you are correct. Perfect. Thanks. Number eight.
All the people to whom the
Correct.
email was sent replied.
Very good. April 1st. And then what? Is which or is when?
It is Mitch's turn.
Oh.
What do you say,
April
Mitch?
1, when we
When we
play
play tricks
tricks
on
on
people.
people is known as April Fool's Day.
Okay, very good. Excellent, thanks. And number 10, Mickey, please. Harry Hill.
Harry Hill. Mm, who?
Who? Whose?
Who's?
Whose new series, yes. Cuya nueva serie, right?
Yeah.
Starts.
Starts next week. Is one of my favorite comedians.
Very good, excellent. Then 11, Mitch, please.
Eh, a very popular breed of dog is the German Shepherd, which is often used as a guard
German Shepherd.
dog.
So
Which
which is it? I lost you, Mitch. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you
which
completely. Which, all right, which is often used as a guard. Very good. Thank you. And the last one, Mickey, please.
Can you scroll down a little bit, sir?
Yes.
Blackpool Tower, which was
Which was, yes,
model on the Eiffel Tower, is a very well known landmark.
landmark. Yes, landmarks are places, constructions, or monuments which are used as a reference.
Hmm. Yeah.
For example, the Ángel de la Reforma is a landmark in Mexico City. So as you can see, who, where, which, why, whose are all important and very common in colloquial dialogues and communication. So let's just do some of them. Let's work a little bit on some of them, please. Let me just share some more here. I don't know what I did. Let me see. What am I doing? Okay, here. Let me present again here. Right here. Screen here. Okay. Now let's. What was at the end the name of the? Okay, let's say let's do an example. The little cat whose name is what?
Ronnie.
Ronnie
Hmm.
is
the guy
meowing.
whose name is Ron is meowing.
Yeah.
His name is Ronnie is meowing. Meowing. Right. Very cute, cutely, very nicely, very tenderly. He seems to be hungry. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he's just playing, right?
No, he has his plate full of food.
Really?
Yeah. He wants to
Oh,
go out, but we don't let him because he kills birds.
oh, you told us that. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Ronnie is the
He's
pet. You can say who in this case because you can give him a personality, or you can use which
no,
kills
who?
birds, right? Okay, the pet who. We use who kills birds once in a while. Okay, let's do some more phrases like this where we use whose, which is who, another um, word. Another one, Mickey or Mitch, please.
Mm, with whose?
No, you can use who, you can use who, you can use when, you can use where, you can use why, you can use who, you can use which, you can use where, whom, any of those.
Mm,
This verse once nowhere. When we give another example,
Yes, more examples, please, using any of these words.
Luna. Luna is the cat who tends to scratch my arms.
Okay, very good. Excellent. We're using who again, which is great. Let's try one with where, Mickey, please. Let's see if we can do one with where.
mm,
For example, where does Luna sleep?
could be um, i- the Irequa Park.
The Irequa Park is where who is where what?
Uh, is where we used to come when we were child.
To go when we were children. Okay,
Children.
that's very nice. Is where we used to go when we were children. That's very nice. Okay. Now let's do one sentence with why.
Me or
Why?
Mitch?
I think Mitch's turn, please.
Mhm.
With why? Um, eh, the Disney productions, Disney's productions, uh, late are being no are were no lack of quality lately.
Uh, let's say anything are considered.
Didn't hear me, teacher.
No, no, no. I couldn't hear you. Only Disney's productions. I'm sorry,
Disney
Mickey.
production lack of quality lately. Lacked of quality lately.
Hmm.
Uh, that's why they are losing millions of dollars.
Well, the phrase is very good. Disney's productions lack quality or lately. That's why they are losing them. So excellent example. One more example, Mickey, please, that you can provide.
Mhm. Mm, Luis Miguel is the artist. Who uh, who got
Oh God, yes.
more sold outs at
Or
the
sort out.
at the Auditorio Nacional. Yeah, sold out, or how do you say that?
Sold out. Okay,
Yeah,
sold
sold out.
out at the National Auditorium.
Auditorium.
And that's why what? That's why.
He's considered one of the hmm, best artists in Mexico.
Hmm.
Okay, which is very good too. All right, here we have two relative. Here we have one word, that's why. Very good. So how do you like this topic, Mitch? Do you see this topic as easy, difficult, more or less, relatively easy? What do you think?
I think that it's easy because sometimes we use this structure, but we didn't notice. And now I think that it's important that notice that uh, when we talk in this way, we can talk more fluently and more. Um, how can I say it? More accurate will be the word.
Accurately, yes.
Yeah. So it is great, and I like to practice this structure.
Yes, 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 very nice. Okay. How about you, Mitch? How do you see this structure? Is it nice, more or less, easy? I don't think you see it very
Mickey's
difficult.
example?
No, no, no. This
The
topic,
structure.
relative
Uh,
clause, do you like
yeah,
the
it's pretty
structure?
easy.
It's easy, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe we practice a little bit more, or we can do some more exercises next class, which I think could be, I don't know how good you are Thursday or Friday. Mickey, are you guys okay?
Yes,
Sure.
teacher. Probably both days are okay because I don't know, but probably we're gonna
I lost,
go
I
out
lost.
this weekend, but I'm not sure. So yeah.
But we start maybe at Friday. If we do it on Friday, it needs to be before 3 p.m.
I think, hello? Mitch,
Oh
Mickey, I
yeah,
lost your
that is true.
question.
Or can you on Wednesday and Thursday, teacher?
That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said tomorrow, Mickey?
Yeah.
I think I'm going out of town. I think I'm going to Leon. I'm going to be
Okay.
moving a lot, fixing things. And Thursday is not easy for you, right? Or
Thursday, yes.
Thursday day. Friday, it's a little more complicated because we are going, probably we are going to go out Friday, but until 3 p.m. They
well,
needs to
so
be
why don't we
before
do it?
that.
Perfect. So why don't we do it on Thursday, say after 3, maybe 3:30,
Yeah.
and again on Sunday or Saturday. Any of those days, I think almost any time.
Mm,
Preferably in the afternoon if it's Saturday, and preferably in the morning if it's Sunday. But Sunday can be any time,
yes,
if
sure. Can we
possible.
confirm you the next class? Because I don't know
Yes,
actually
okay.
the schedule that we're gonna have to this journey. So to
Of
confirm you
course,
the
yes.
hour.
Absolutely. So for sure on Thursday, say
Mm-hmm.
3:30, 3:30,
Yeah,
3:30, I
three
think,
thirty or
or 4.
yeah, four will be great because sometimes we are eating at three
Yeah,
thirty.
exactly, exactly. So I'm going to be eating too. I forgot to eat. Yeah. No, that's true. Perfect. Let's do it like that, Mickey, then. And we decide on the next class this Thursday, right?
Yes, sure, it is perfect. Yeah.
You okay with that too, Mitch? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, wonderful. Let's finish then, Mitch. Mickey, thank you very much for your time. Good to see you back again. And then we continue on Thursday.
You as well, teacher. Thank you for your time. Take care.
Take
Enjoy.
care.
Take care.
Thank
Good
you,
afternoon,
teacher.
Mitch,
Have a great
Mickey.
day.
You
Yes,
too, teacher.
you
Goodbye.
too. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye bye.
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 Thank you.
Take care.